During the 23 years of Putin's rule, the regime has managed to build an effective system of state propaganda. Inside Russia, censorship and repressive laws prevent independent media from getting the truth to the people, and the state media work exclusively according to manuals from Moscow, not a word from themselves. These are the rules of total control.
Тревожные сообщения снова приходят из приграничных населенных пунктов региона. Сегодня под обстрелом оказалась окраина Борисовского села Багун-городок.
For decades, Russia allocated huge sums from the state treasury for the development of propaganda mouthpieces abroad. Last year, Moscow budgeted more than $1.4 billion for state media, more than 340 million of them broadcasting abroad, Russia Today and Sputnik Media. But in the first months after Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine, these channels were blocked in the EU and North America. Therefore, finances were redirected to propaganda in Africa and Latin America, and diplomatic missions are obliged to supervise it, says one of the most famous publicists in Mexico, Denise Dresser.
So I write these stories, they're published in the Mexican media, and the Russian embassy in Mexico starts tweeting about my trip. And they say, dear Denise Dresser, we would like you to understand clearly what has been happening here since 2014. You need to have a deeper understanding about NATO expansion. You have to be more objective. You have to talk about how the Kyiv regime has been bombing Donetsk and Lugansk for 9 years. You need to interview Russian specialists. You have to talk about how the West is providing weapons to the regime in Kyiv. We are always happy to help you. And then they have these very dramatic photos of a woman standing next to her destroyed house in Lugansk. And so there are 4 photos of this. This is why this becomes viral in Mexico.
The Kremlin uses every opportunity to promote its propaganda, and the methods are traditional fakes and manipulations. For example, Moscow exposes itself as a victim of US aggression and plays on anti-Americanism where such sentiments are strong. According to Chilean journalist Andrea Moletto, this is how Russia is trying to hide information about its war crimes.
We clearly see human rights violations here. We see kidnappings, torture, and this is what finds a strong response in us after the coup d'etat in 1973, what unites our civilizations.
Ukraine is making significant diplomatic efforts to influence public opinion and the position of the leaders of African and Latin American countries. The country's Minister of Foreign Affairs is working on opening a number of diplomatic missions, and President Volodymyr Zelensky said in an interview with journalists from Latin American countries that he had ordered the leaders of states to coordinate his visit.
I asked, let's meet with the leaders of your continent. I'm ready to go there. I want to communicate with them. Your people, your society trust its leaders. And if I talk to you, if I'm with you, we will see in detail who Putin is and that he is not so great. Look, his time has passed, and our nations should be friends and develop, and let us tell you what is happening. If you do not have the opportunity to come to us, it's okay. I'm not wearing a crown, and I'm a very simple person. I will come to you. Let's discuss our steps forward together.
In April, the president of Ukraine delivered a video addressed to the Mexican parliament. Telephone conversations between heads of the states are also regularly held, everything to convey the truth about the criminal war that Russia unleashed. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Danilo Kobza, Serhiy Savchuk, UATV News.